Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 13 of Mad Dialogue with me, Michelle.
And me, Skylar.
I hope everybody's doing well. I want to say Happy New Year for those that actually know what it is about.
You know.
And spring is here, and yeah, it's looking lovely outside. So without further ado, let's get going. So we're bringing awareness, talking about a young lady, Maria Kovalchuk, who is apparently an OnlyFans model. She's 20, and she's the young lady that was dumped, battered and blooded, with her arms and legs and spine broken on a Dubai roadside. So this information that I'm bringing you is the latest from Mail Online News, and it was uploaded on the 29th of March. So basically, the Ukrainian police have opened a human trafficking case after a 20-year-old OnlyFans model was found battered and blooded on a roadside in Dubai. Maria Kovalchuk was hospitalized with a broken spine and limbs after she was discovered 10 days ago, which followed her being missing for more than a week. Friends expressed fears the Ukrainian model had been kidnapped into sexual slavery before being dumped by her attackers. But Dubai police said her injuries were the result of a fall from a height on a construction site, which several reports have said her friends and family dispute. She had several operations after she was found in critical condition without her passport, but is now stable. Her doctors said her life is no longer in danger. She remains in hospital in Dubai, where Ukraine's consul in the city found her after Ms. Kovalchuk's mother, Anna, asked them for help to locate her. Police in Ukraine today said they had opened a human trafficking case and a pre-trial investigation is underway. No suspects were named. A concern was the model had attended a so-called Porta Potty event where female influencers can be paid huge sums to be subjected to extreme and degrading abuse by wealthy men. So that's the long and short of it, basically. So after reading this, I decided to do some research on the Porta Potties, parties as they call them. Now, funny enough, it was actually Katie that brought it to my attention, and this was a good little while ago, and Katie sort of gave me a brief rundown of what happened at these parties, and I was horrified. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, but upon doing the research, because you and I both watched the same thing, so maybe you can take over from here and talk about what that woman had to say as far as what happens at these Porta Potty parties.
So basically, this young woman, she was talking about just going through. So basically, she said she got the money. So she attended this party, and she got 10 grand just for showing up.
She was offered 10 grand to fly to Dubai to attend the party.
You're better explaining this.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, basically, they offered her 10 grand, and the 10 grand was her flight to Dubai and to buy clothes because they wanted her to look nice. They wanted her to look classy. When she arrived, she's been introduced to certain people, and she got talking to one woman, and the woman explained to her what would be expected of her at this Porta Potty party. And she said that the woman that was speaking to her, this was her testimony. The woman had said when she attended one of these parties, like the first time, she had sex with 10 men, one after the other. Big up Lily Phillips. And Lily, anytime we're discussing these kind of things, your name's always going to come up, right? Okay, 10 men, you ain't got nothing on Lily. Lily, no, I would say maybe she should have gone, but no, not after what happened to that poor girl. But back to what I was saying. So basically, after the 10 men, then she was expected then to sleep with dogs. And then when you think it couldn't get any worse than bestiality, the men would then defecate into the woman's mouth. And the dog also. And then she'd be expected to eat that for a sum of money, which is further proof of there is many definitions to selling your soul. But as horrifying as that is in itself, that to me appears to be the basic package, of this end, because the more money you're being offered, the more extreme things become. I heard a story where somebody had a hook put into their back and then hung up. I'm not really sure how you're surviving that to be spending any money.
No, because people do that sort of stuff anyways. You know, when them girls get them piercings in their back and then they pull them up and then they're like spinning with their backs. Your back is quite strong.
Not my back, star.
But yeah,
listen, my back can carry a heavy load, but my back is not
getting hooked up on anything.
My back wasn't made for that.
Ugh.
My back was not made for that. Wow. And that, like I said, was another story that I heard. So I would really hate to I don't even want to try and imagine
It's hard not to.
what they put that young girl through for her to end up with her limbs and her spine broken, and apparently she's unable to speak. I mean, I don't know if that has changed since.
So considering they said she was stable, so
yeah, but they still haven't said whether she's speaking or not.
Yeah,
which is a bit concerning, because at first I was like, is she not speaking because she's in shock, or is she not speaking because something was done that severed, her vocal cords, which
cut her tongue out.
Which to me doesn't seem so far-fetched when you turn up.
She's left.
And I mean, they kept her for over a week. So God only knows what they did to that poor girl in that time. And she never got paid.
No,
and that's my thing right there. Like, when is it too much to, because I've said it before in other episodes, sex sells. Yeah. But when is
enough?
Yes. Yeah. Like, because I'm not
ready to let a man shit in your mouth. When it's anything past the point of sexual acts or showing your body to someone, that's when it gets, because that's not sex anymore. That's disgusting. It's you're letting an animal in your fucking vagina and you're letting a man shit in your mouth. What, for 50 grand?
Yeah, but you see, once again, these things,
no amount of money.
These things like bestiality is not a new thing. This has been something.
People that do that for fun.
Listen, I remember absolutely. This was years and years ago. So far back, I'm talking about videos. Yeah, and this girl I knew, she gained access to a video called Animal Farm, and I'm thinking it's a film based on the book. Who's the writer? Orson Welles? Is it Orson Welles? Let me check. But anyway,
don't search it.
No, I'm searching up the writer of the book Animal Farm.
No, I know, but just search it.
George Orwell. Sorry, George Orwell. He is the author of a book called Animal Farm, and the book is basically about these animals that they plan together, I think, to overturn the farmer or something. Yeah, I'm sure it's something like that. Okay, so I'm digressing, but nevertheless, the point I'm making is I thought that that's what the film was going to be about. No, it was a whole video of bestiality of men and women with various animals. I'm talking dog. I know this sounds crazy, but please believe me, chicken and a horse.
A chicken?
And a horse. The woman was there with the horse.
See, I'm aware of the horses because...
No, but I'm still here with my big 53. Yeah, the men was with the chicken. I'm serious, Skylar. And when the woman, like, I don't think anyone can really, like, I don't know, like the size of a horse's penis, and the woman was there with the horse. Yeah. So, you know, bestiality is not a new thing, but my thing
But it's
is
illegal.
Oh gosh, obviously.
But this is my thing. This is my thing. Like, shitting in someone's mouth isn't illegal. You know what I mean?
It should be.
Hanging someone up by a hook, if they consent to it, is not illegal.
It should be.
But the fact that bestiality is illegal, like, these people really don't give a shit.
Because what? They have no soul. They have no soul, because from you're ready to pay somebody to defile them, degrade them, abuse them physically, like, you know, I just can't get the thought out of my head of all her limbs being broken, and not just that, her spine as well. Like
what the fuck?
It's like, and you had her for over a week. Like, you people are depraved.
Like, but
you're animals. Like, you must surely just have a demon inside you. You can't be somebody that actually has a soul. Like, you can't have a conscience. Like, I could go on forever, but then words fail me, because I don't think there's enough words to express how I really feel about
that really upsets me as well is the fact that women take themselves to these places.
That's what I'm saying. And she called her mum apparently and told her mum that she was going to a party. I would have said, with these two men that she met, I would have, if that was you, I'd have said, party where? I would say, Skylar, I'm not even playing. I'm sending your brothers to come and get you. I'm sending your brothers. Put your Snapchat location on, Skylar. Your brothers are coming.
But where are their
You stay right where you are.
Like, where are their, like, you don't know anyone, because you obviously know people to even get.
No, she went with her friends, but she left her friends. See, that's the thing again. Why are you leaving your friends? Because you got excited because you saw little dollar signs.
I think it's ridiculous, and I honestly, there's a part of me that, obviously, due to people's circumstances and life choices and this, that, and the other, I can't fully comment. But I do look at some of these girls sideways if you really have no other good reason other than you want a bit of cash and you're going and taking yourself to places like this by choice. Because I do feel a lot of sympathy for the poor girl, and I'm really
I do,
but also she took herself there against her own will. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let this be a PSA to all girls that don't do no dumb shit like that, fam. Unless
for real.
What the fuck? Unless you really enjoy being fucked by dogs and having dogs and men shit in your mouth, fam. By all means, and if you want to end up like her, like, see,
it would be at this point where I would normally say, if you like it, I love it. No, and no. I don't like it, and I don't love it. I
get what you're saying,
and also to these mums that, as soon as their daughters hit the age of 18, and yes, I understand that they're legal. I understand that they are now young adults and they need to experience life. But at the same time, you have to have some sort of level of, I don't know, respect. Like, you know, how do I put it? It's like this. Even though, all right, then it's like this. You pretty much maneuver how you choose to maneuver in life. Yeah. And I rarely put up any resistance, especially if I don't see any problem with something. However, if you was going away with your friends, there would be guidelines like, Skylar, make sure you call me every morning, make sure you call me every night, make sure your location's on. I want to know the address of the hotel, everything. Yeah. And we would have certain things. And like, you know, you calling me now, telling me you're going to go to a party, and I'll be, what am I going to, what are you wearing? No, I'll be like, Skylar, you know, I don't tell you anything. Yeah. But if I'm telling you, then you need to listen. And I think that more mothers with their daughters, with their children, full stop, need to be like that. Like, give your children the room to be who they want to be, but at the same time, you have to have certain restrictions in place.
Definitely.
I don't care. Like, as old as I am, if I was telling my mum that I was going to go and do something, and my mum was like, Michelle, I don't think you should do that. I would actually do it just to prove a point. I had a dream. Yeah. And in the dream, I was getting ready to go out, and it was like early hours of the morning, and my mum came back and she's saying, where are you going? And I said, oh, I'm going out. And I'm a grown ass woman at this point. Yeah. And she said, no, I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think you should be going out at this time. And even in the dream, I was like, you know what? I ain't going. So that's my point right there. I understand wanting to be friends with your children. Like, I'm friends with all of you. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't have a problem pulling ranks when I need to.
For real, but even
because it's for your greater good.
I was saying, even a friend would pull ranks if they didn't think
that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes, like, there's really no excuse. Like, if you're a mother and you're honestly letting your daughters go to shit like that, like, you're a shit mum.
No, you really are.
You really are.
Because I understand.
There's no beating around the bush about that. You're a shit mum and you need to do better, because
there are times when we live vicariously through our children, but at the same time, you must still offer caution and show them where, I don't think. Basically, what I'm saying is, you have experienced life to a certain degree. So based on that is what you should be using to guide your children. Because trust me, I know that there's been times I've been in situations. Yeah. I remember one in particular where I was like, damn, how am I going to get out of this? And I got out of it. But the point I'm making is, I'm able to then, from my experience, give you guys guidance. Do you know what I mean?
No, for real.
So so okay, I know we went off track a little bit, but not really, because like I said, she told her mum that she was going, and her mum said, have a good time, basically. Because if her mum had said, don't go, then, but I hope they catch whoever done it. And I hope, I wish her all the best. I'm sending her just, some healing energy and love and light, because that's a lot, that is a lot. And it just goes to show how this world is now, with social media and that. They see influencers on there and they've got money and they're going here and they're going there. But that's just Instagram. That's not reality, because look at the reality, because that's what she's trying to attain.
Man, bless her.
And then
she's
look,
21.
No, she's 20.
20.
I know, she's just a baby. And that's a lot. So sending love and light and healing energy to Maria Kovalchuk, because me in pronunciation and names, sometimes I'm terrible. And before we go, I have an announcement. From launching next week, I am launching my new podcast. It's called Imperfectly Perfect. You won't see Skylar, but you will see Skylar obviously on Mad Dialogue. So Mad Dialogue will be back next week, as always. But I'm also launching Imperfectly Perfect, where I will be talking about my generational trauma, childhood trauma, and my journey to healing, and spirituality and all other worldly things. So if that is your cup of tea, please join me. On that note, thank you so much, as always, for joining us. And I am sending you an abundance of love and light. It is goodbye from me, Michelle, and goodbye from Skylar.
Bye.
Bye.